Hey, someone likes my music. Hello, everyone. I'm so happy you're here. Woo! Thank you for coming in. Okay, I'll pause this. Oh, I love that music, though. It gets me in the mood. I'm in a big fat mood.
Yeah, it's bouncy music.
Bouncy music for sure. I've now Linda and I have done a show before, and I wanted to have her back because she's got, well, number one, she's got a special going on I want to share with you for sure. But then we were getting together. I was doing numerology. She was doing the chakra
personality
alignment, that personality types, chakra personality types. And we were talking about it. And I thought, oh my God, these numbers really come together. And so, so we decided to do a show. And this is not going to be the only one. We're going to come on a lot more often. Jennifer P., thank you so much
Jennifer.
for coming in from
Good to
Canada.
see you.
We are now officially international.
I love it.
Type in the comments where you're from so I can see if we can get to Australia. Hi, Cynthia.
Hey, Cynthia. Hi, Karen.
Doro. Yay.
Oh, this is great. Oh, another dancer. I like it.
There's a dancing girl.
I'm a salsera myself. I love salsa dancing.
Oh, it's so nice to see everybody. And we got to talking about, Hemet. Yeah. Oh, that's right. We're neighbors.
Yeah.
I'm Oceanside. Excuse me. So we got to talking about celebrities, kind of getting away from politics. But of course, politics will, tip its happy hat to the game because I want to equate some people. And Bora Bora 333, thank you so much for coming in. Appreciate that. And so what we got together and she started going on and on about Truman Capote. And then she said, then what was the other one? Diane Lane. And
Diane Lane,
what has this got to do? And then she says, well, I was listening to Morning Joe, and I thought, what is going on? Where does that connect? So I'm gonna let you move into Truman Capote and what you discovered this morning.
Well, it was funny because I was watching Morning Joe, and then Diane Lane came on, and I love her. She is such a good actress, and of course, anybody who has seen Under the Tuscan Sun understands, that whole female being treated poorly, being done wrong by her man, right? And then she comes out and she goes through, the dark night of the soul, and she comes out even better than before. So she's one of the actresses in this show that talks about Truman Capote and his swans. So I thought, you know what? Let's take a look, because I think what's important for us to understand is that people are going to be who they are. We're each born with an innate energy vibration, and that energy vibration has certain talents and, gifts, but it also has certain challenges too. So if you can understand who people are based on their energy vibration, I think it's huge. So anyway, I just thought I'm going to look up Truman Capote. And how many of you guys know who that is? I mean, do you remember when he came out with that book In Cold Blood based on the murders in Kansas, that entire family? And then he got really close to one of the guys who was the, murderer. And he got this incredible story, which turned out to be his book, In Cold Blood. And then evidently he did the same thing with these New York socialites. And he was able to get them to confide in him and tell him all their secrets. And he used them to then come out with this great book and story. So anyway, I was looking at him, and his chakra personality type is the third chakra. And the third chakra is the storyteller. These are the people who are really good at spinning a good story. They're great with the gift of gab. And yeah, Karen, right? And they can really embellish a story. So, and also his operating mode. So his chakra personality type is how he views life. You know, if you're sitting in front of a window, the third chakra personality type is the storyteller. Everything is an opportunity to, you know, tell a good story, to have the gift of gab and let people know, you know, what they can have and what they can get better. So his operating mode is how he reinforces that viewpoint, which is the first chakra. And the first chakra is self-preserving. So here he is, the storyteller, and he's self-preserving, which makes total sense for the whole story about him.
Sure does.
Yep. Also, now we're getting a different kind of question.
Oh,
So,
I'm gonna just Linda. I'm going to Linda Bishop. Here, I am going to star your question. When I'm kind of excited right this minute because when Linda talks about the chakras and personality types, and I equate them with my numerology, some of them come together, and some of them are a little different. So Truman Capote is the storyteller, and he's a 3 life path, which is the creative. No, wait a minute. He's a 1 life path. I'm so sorry. He is a 1 life path, which is the independent and creative, and almost like that self-serving energy.
Yeah.
But yeah, the same thing. And then Diane Lane, you haven't gotten to her yet. She's a 26/8, which is all about being grounded. And so the only thing they had together that was, in congruence is their 2 energy, which is that collaboration and understanding. So if that was good, then the rest was good. He's a 28/1, she's a 26/8. So it mixes up. Cool.
Yeah, well, I have her as a 7th chakra, which is the enthusiast. They just see the rainbow and never the rain. Everybody loves the 7th chakra personality type because they are just so enthusiastic about life. And then she's also got a 3rd chakra operating mode, which again goes to that having that gift of gab, which makes her a good actress. So anytime, and in the movies, she always has like a difficult role that she's in, but then she always comes out very positive on the other side.
So those of you who know those personalities, that would be great. And then, so then it got us to thinking about who's in the news right now about, and it's the royal family. And so just before we went on, we both did our numbers for the royal family. And we found out some pretty cool things, actually, I think.
Well, it really started out talking about Kate Middleton because there's all this talk about her having these health issues. And so I started out by reading her energy and reading her chakras, and she's definitely blocked in the lower 3 chakras, which is your physical material world self. And then she was overcharged in all the upper chakras. So she's more connected, I think, to her heart, to spirit, but in her body, she's just not there. So I'm going to actually do a little distance Reiki treatment on her while we're here too, and see if we can get her a better outcome, balance her chakras. But so she's the 6th chakra visionary with the 2nd chakra relationship preserving. And I think that, she has a good picture of how things are supposed to look, and maybe things aren't happening quite the way that she thought they would. So she might be going more into looking at the negative side instead of the positive. What did you get?
I got, she's a 3 life path, which is the creative. Yet she said, I do, to a very restrictive outward appearance. Now, creative is all that, when she was a little girl, she probably danced, and we all danced, but always having some sort of creativity, and she's not able, she said yes to the box. But this year for her is a 9 personal year, which is giving up what just doesn't work for you anymore. And I'm not saying not being creative, because as Linda was talking to me earlier, having children and raising children is very creative.
Mm-hmm.
And so all of that is good, but in alignment, this is when you have to give up what just doesn't work. It could be as simple as giving up pie into giving up relationships. I don't see her giving up her relationship with William, but it's almost like I get a hit that it's not like Charles and Diana had a functional relationship. It was an institutional relationship. And so William chose, wasn't going to go with her, wasn't going to marry her in the beginning because he was afraid she wasn't going to be an institutional play along to get along kind of person, which she ended up being quite nice. I mean,
Yeah.
quite nice. And she really loves her husband. But
Right.
William is a 2911, just like his father. So that is the intuitive. So yeah, so that's what I got there. It was very, very interesting. If anyone has,
you see some of the same things happening too, how, Prince Charles at that time was with Princess Diana, and now, Prince William is with his wife.
Linda says, I feel that Princess Catherine is going very much inward.
Yeah.
I really feel a struggle for her. Right. And it's so quiet, and threes are not quiet. But nonetheless, if you're a 3 life path and you're feeling on the quiet side, that doesn't mean you're not in alignment with your number. But if it goes on, if, like, for instance, a 3 is like creative, spontaneous, killer sense of humor, all of that stuff. And if you haven't been that in a long time, then you're not in alignment. But I believe this struggle happened, and now she's going to have to approach life in a different way, filter it through in a different way. But
well, and her
yes,
heart chakra being overcharged tells me that her heart's calling out for change, and that she's open spiritually. She's actually connecting to source, but for some reason her body's not in alignment with that. So I'm sure she's got a lot of issues trying to fit in and conform to how she's supposed to be, as part of the royal family. And so I'm doing a treatment on her now. I'm doing a distance healing on her now.
Yeah, so anybody who's into Reiki and distance healing, just send it to her. I think she'd appreciate that. Yeah. Bora says, please thumbs up, subscribe to both channels. Helps the algorithm. Thank you so much. Guess what I learned?
What?
So this is really weird, but it just delighted me.
What?
So YouTube has done something. So after this goes up, and it's not the live, anytime you say the word subscribe, the subscribe button lights up in has a little party. So look at your subscribe button on the replay. Look at it now. Subscribe. It is really sparkly. So really? I thought that was so neat. Well, you have to. It doesn't happen in the live.
Okay.
But I appreciate that, Bora, for
yes,
putting that. Oh, and to put the link for your website. Actually, should be in the show notes. If it's not, it will be right after it. And here we go with Joan. I feel the same way Princess is feeling. You are interesting. You are a well, tell us, Joan. So for Joan, those of you who are just listening and not watching and reading, I apologize for not being clear with this, but Joan said, I feel the same way as Princess Catherine is feeling. I am a life path 3 with a 9 personal year. So what I'm interested in, Joan, is if you feel a connection with her, share it. What does it feel like for Princess Kate, or for Kate, or first name basis? That is awesome.
Joan, you're the same personality type as Kate. You're also the visionary. Are you good at seeing the big picture? And you know how to put all the little details to get into the big picture, but sometimes you can be a little off sorts and you look at, the things that are going wrong and you focus on maybe the negative stuff instead of the positive stuff.
We'd love to hear, Joan.
Yeah, because if you're the visionary, you need to look up. If you start looking down too much and looking at the minutia, life is not so much fun.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, here she commented, I have found myself going within. I feel scattered sometimes. Yes. Well, the 9 personal years, that's the last year of a cycle. So all of the years from 1 to 9, you're sorting through and figuring out who you are. There was a woman, when I moved from Seattle, there was a woman who said, one of my clients, I owned a hair salon. She said, what's going to happen if it doesn't work out? You move there and it doesn't work out. I said, oh, I don't know. I'll take it from there. But it will work out because I'm not coming back. And then she asked me again and again. And I said, here's the answer. I don't know who I'm going to be if it doesn't work out. I don't know what I would say or do because I'm not there yet. So that's when you get in the 9 personal years, all that identifying who you are all the way to the 9th year. And then you have to toss out what isn't you anymore. And going within is a good way to do it.
Great. Yeah.
Way to do it.
Definitely going within is where you're going to find yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the answers are.
And we have Louisa. Hello.
Hi, Louisa.
And so he says, Lynn, saying feeling exhausted, all of the political upheaval going on. Yeah. This is a good test for us. It really is. When someone is just trying to find their voice and they're going to say no to something for the first time, it's kind of a shaking no. But let me tell you, worrying about this isn't going to make it go right. There's no good that can come in out of worrying. I do respect people who are worried about it because it's a huge, a difficult hour.
Right.
But the thing is that go a day or half a day, or you can do just an hour without checking in. I did that because I was getting too involved. And I just left it for a whole day. And then it felt so good. I went, no, I'm not current at all of what's going on. I rely on my audience to tell me what's going on, but it's a tough thing. Yeah. And you're trying to stay positive. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a tough
one. I'll send you some love too, Joan. But I was just having dinner with David, my fiance, last night. And his hit came to me about this whole fiasco that we're in right now. And that the media is really playing it up, and I'm seeing, kicking up dust, kicking up dirt, and they're doing it so they can have more attention and more, for their, advertising. They're doing it for their advertisers. I thought, what an awful thing to create all of this chaos and havoc just so you can make more money for your advertisers. And, so if you kind of look at the bigger picture of this and can see what some of the motivation is for people, then maybe you can get into your lane and remember that you need to still keep being positive. You need to do the things that are right so that we will still have our democracy at the end of the day, and make sure that we vote and we stay current on who we need to know about. Yeah.
We have a request for your website, dear. What's your website?
Oh, mine?
You want to type it into the chat?
I'll do that.
Thank you, Bora Bora. You know what? That is tiring, Joan, when a lot of your friends are in love with 45. And I got to tell you, I was listening. I don't know if many people remember my interview with Vincent Tolman, a near-death experiencer. He did share, I want to have him back on. He did share in that interview, forget where it is, I'll post it when I remember it, what's going to happen in 2024. And this was recorded 6 months ago. And he made me feel a lot safer in the world. Things are definitely going to go in the way of love and fairness versus the other. So,
And it's because people like us are going to make sure that that happens. I think this is helping us to really see what's important to us and to be true to our hearts. The best thing we can do is be true to our hearts, true to our nature, and just bring as much good into the world as we can.
Right. The thing is that with Joan, having friends that are in love with some, something, I got to tell you, it's hard because she says a lot of my friends, well, all of my friends that were in love with 45, they're long gone. And I know that doesn't sound spiritual, a kumbaya, but I only have a certain amount of time on the planet and in a day. So I'm not going to smile and nod at someone I don't feel is ethical in their living. And there's nothing I can say or do to point them into, say, wake up or something. It's not my place. It'd be disrespectful to do that.
Yeah.
So I applaud you, Linda, for being able to remain friends with someone like that. How many people have been able to do that? Remain friends with people that are MAGAs. I haven't done it.
Well, what about when your family members are?
Well, then you don't, I wouldn't socialize. That's what's happened to me.
With your own parent? That's tough.
Say that again?
I said with your own parent?
Oh, they're dead.
No, I'm talking about mine.
Oh.
One of mine is still here.
Well, it's up to you because the person before they loved 45.
And I love him. I love my dad.
And you love that person.
Yeah.
And so, yes, he believes in a certain way, and that's tolerable. But if a friend of yours that you knew prior switched and all their morals and ethics switched, I don't, if it was my parents, I'd probably just go home for Thanksgiving and not Christmas, I guess.
Well, I think a lot of people are dealing with this, but you have to remain true to yourself. You really do. Yeah. And I've known some for a long time too. It's not easy.
It isn't easy, but I sure respect anybody who can keep them.
We can be the good example. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for welcoming everyone, Bora Bora. You're the best. Now back to we did find out a few things with the royal family and the dynamics of that. And with that kind of, if you know the dynamics now, you can kind of have an eye on them and see if that doesn't pan out. Because when we give you information on anybody or any situation, that's when you can start understanding and growing your own intuition. So we can put you on a path for that. So King Charles and his son, the next king, William, is 2911 intuitive master number. They're both having different personal years, but a personal year inside a royal family has a less, they're not able to change very much. Camilla is the compassionate one. She is the humanitarian, believe it or not. She's a 9. And then I will go down to Princess Diana, who visited Linda Bertaut just before going on. We'll talk about that. She's very, very smart. 25/7, intuitive, the seeker. So one of the things that makes her different than the whole place, remember when she was raising her kids and she would go into a store and they'd stand in line and wait their turn instead of the privileged to go to the front of the line. That's what and that was all connected to her ethics and morals, the higher octave.
Yeah.
And then Kate is the creative. Now, Harry and Megan, this is interesting because Harry is a 1 life path, which is the leader, and Megan is an 8 life path, 4 life path, which is the manager. So that's a tough conversation. In fact, that would be so challenging. If they had come to me and asked me if I would approve, I would have said no. But nonetheless, we are all learning through them. They've been chosen on some level. We learn through others. So that's the royal family that I have. Tell me what you've got, Linda.
Well, so you ended up with Harry and Megan. So let me start there first, because it's interesting that Harry's the 6th chakra personality type. Again, look at all these people that are 6s. The visionary. The visionary can see the big picture, but they can also be the ones who go against authority figures. So it makes sense. And then he's a 1st chakra operating mode, which is self-preserving. They're going to be looking out, for themselves. But if he's going to be somebody who's standing up against the authority figures, which of course would be the royal family, and carve his own path, that's the 1st chakra operating mode, creating their own path. That explains him to a T, right? And then Megan, she's the 4th chakra, heart chakra personality type. And this is the artiste. This is the person that is run by their feelings. Everything goes through their heart, through their feelings first. How many of you are like that? That one day you're feeling one way, the next day you're feeling a different way, and you have to follow your feelings, right? The problem is that if you're out of balance in your, feeling wise, then you can get on this drama roller coaster. So your life can be constantly going from one end to the other end, to one extreme to the other. And then she's also the 3rd chakra operating mode, which is how she reinforces her artist, 4th chakra personality type. And that gives her the gift of gab. So that would also make her a great, it's perfect for somebody who's an actor or actress, because they have that artistic thing. And then they also have the ability to speak and to, motivate through words. Now, if you are somebody who's very feeling, highly sensitive and feeling and artistic or creative, you have to have some creativity in your life. You have to be doing your own creativity. And then Deborah and I talked about this earlier. It doesn't mean you have to be a painter or a writer or an actress. Maybe you like to cook, or maybe you're good at gardening, but there has to be something that you're doing that gives you that creative outlet. So that's those two. And they do kind of fit in well together, because they feed each other's, energies in some way. And then going with King Charles, I was surprised that he was the shapeshifter. 9th chakra is the person who can be any of them. But he has a 1 operating mode, which is again self-preserving. And Queen Camilla, she's the sage. She's the 5th chakra, and she likes to gather knowledge and information. And from what you were saying, Deborah,
that humanitarian.
Well, I wouldn't say humanitarian as much as, what was the other thing she was consulting, or
well, she's an advisor. So she's a 9 life. Yeah, she's a 9 life path that people would go in and ask advice.
Okay, that makes sense with the 5th chakra, because that person has all kinds of information about many, many topics. And they're the ones that you go to, like, oh, can you tell me about such and such? If you want to talk to a walking encyclopedia, it's that stage, the 5th chakra personality type.
Right.
Right.
That's right.
So in a way, that could make sense with King Charles too, that she was able to keep him interested, and throughout his lifetime.
Oh, that's so funny.
So
Bora just subscribed to you.
Yay. Thanks, you guys. I really appreciate you subscribing to my channel. I still have a baby channel. My goal is to get lots and lots of subscribers.
Absolutely.
So
we're going to build you up. with
I
my cool
appreciate it.
tribe.
I like
Judith
that
says,
Judith says, my dad is very
or
good at driving. He doesn't need me to drive him.
the thing is that we're just why we're laughing is we're just talking about friends who are who are Republican and want.
Yeah.
Judith says she will drive her dad, but get lost on the way. God bless you.
He won't let me drive. He will not let me drive. And he's the one that, well, no, I guess he didn't. Yeah, did he teach me? He taught me how to drive.
Good. So, any curiosity?
Princess
Yes?
Diana.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
Princess Diana. So I'm reading Princess Diana's chakra personality type and operating mode, right? And I get this really strong, like, tingling in my ear. And then I get a chill, and it's like, oh, she was here. So she and I are the same chakra personality type. We're both a transformer with the relationship preserving operating mode. And she was really happy that Deborah and I were working together, but she said, be careful not to gossip, because it's the gossip that has caused so many problems. You know, and looking at the news and even talking about Truman Capote with all of his swans and the gossip and how it really caused so many problems, and especially for Princess Diana, that, you know, be careful not to do the gossip to hurt people. And she's still working for us on the other side. And she's inspiring people, still doing her work.
That's right. That's right. Thank you, Linda. Subscribe. You got 2 new subscribers.
Yay. Thanks, you guys. I appreciate it.
That was exciting that that Diana came in so quick and direct and had a message like right now.
In my
ear. She cautioned us, you know, what Linda was talking about prior, you know, about the news broadcasts. They have to be more bombastic than the next channel to get the advertisers and stuff like that. And I don't, you know, we don't want to do that on YouTube, where I talk to so-and-so and I have this, you know, and embellish when just offering what they're doing now is good, and respect what they're doing now. And the very first thing she said is don't gossip. Don't
because
gossip.
It hurts people.
Because, especially with the royal family, because everything on the outside is the same look. And now I do respect all the psychics who go behind the scenes and predict the future and things. I totally respect that. But I just want to get to know who we are so we can be better people in the mix.
True. And so that we can be true to our nature and really live our meaning and purpose in life, because you have to know who you are, accept and embrace who you are, and share your innate gifts and talents. And when you do that, life is wonderful, and you make the world a better place just by being you.
Right, exactly. So about topics, did you finish your lecture on, not lecture, your report?
Well, Kate Middleton is now balanced. She's balanced. Her chakras are all balanced. So hopefully she's feeling good right now. And only one I didn't talk about, I think, was Prince William. And he's that third chakra, the storyteller, with the relationship preserving operating mode. So he knows how to make everything look good. And he's going to say and do the right things, because he's going to, you know, look like that team player and be relationship preserving. So, you know, I think that it's a good situation for him. You know, it works for him to be that personality type.
Right.
And awesome. Then who was it? Who was?
Where?
Joan.
Linda Bishop had a.
Joan, are you feeling any better, Joan?
We'll wait for that.
Yeah. I've been doing some energy work on you, Joan, just see if you feel any better.
So nice. She's good too. Linda is good. She called me last night and I was in a mood. And she goes, "Do you want
Yay.
me to send you anything?" I
Yeah.
said, "Yeah, give me whatever you got." And it did work. It did help a lot. I was in one of those moods. There's one thing I wanted to.
So
There was a
Joan,
question.
you're now balanced energetically, whereas before you were overcharged, at least in the lower chakras. I didn't do all of them, but now you're balanced and aligned in every chakra.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I have one question that will shift the energy of the conversation
Okay.
if we're ready for it. If we're
Of
not ready
course.
for it, are you ready for it? Because Linda had a question. This is prior to being balanced. Oh, no, that was Joan. Will
Oh, yeah,
Texas
right.
will
Okay.
Texas have a civil uprising in 2024, either due to Trump not being returned to White House or the succeeding
Seceding from the U.S.
succession from USA? Stupidity. She says stupidity? Question mark.
Yeah.
Question mark.
I'm getting no on that.
Yeah, I got
I
no
mean,
too.
I think they're going to talk about it, but I'm getting no on that. I mean,
And I'll
really,
tell you
where are
what.
they going to go? Where are they going to go? Go back
Yeah,
to
I'll
Mexico?
tell you why. So their little leader, this is the reverse Hierophant, which is all things.
Oh,
So the Hierophant, let me go back up just a second. The Empress is all about Mother Nature. The Emperor is all about literally corporations, the norms of business. And the Hierophant are all about traditional religion. So they're some of the Republicans and that are caught in the wind, in the storm, reversed Hierophant means that they're bucking the system quietly or not so quietly, but they will buck the system. And I don't believe. Go ahead.
no, go ahead. I just pulled
Well,
a
I
card.
don't believe they're going to act out. A lot of them, Five of Cups. They're having some guilt and remorse because of what they've created. Judgment is happening for them. Judgment is where you need to align with what you feel to be true and what isn't true. Basically, I would like to say come to Jesus, but not everybody's Christian, but that energy system, So there we go. What did you get?
Well, I thought I'm going to pull a chakra gemstone card. These are my card deck. This is my card deck. And I haven't done it for these type of questions before, but I'm sitting here. I pulled carnelian, which is the second chakra. The second chakra is the center where you relate to others, where you experience creativity, and when you really have a sense of self, a sense of identity, and when you know your value and worth through the second chakra, then you can have passion for life. So I'm thinking, how does this relate to that question? Maybe they're being creative in their way. They're trying to intimidate us. That's what I'm hearing.
Well, the two also tells me about being duplicitous. Hi, little leader, I'm with you. And then in the voting booth, they do something else, or they're not in. So that could be. That's
but
what
carnelian's about being passionate and fiery. Oh, yeah. Well, they're being passionate and fiery about their beliefs and their way of being there. Yeah.
Right. And they'll remain.
Yeah, that's
A
true.
lot of
They're
people
being
act out.
passionate and fiery about what they believe in. That's it. That's really it.
Yeah, but it's not going to be like, remember it was a big fear that New York was going to be overrun because Trump had to go to court or something. Remember, it was way long ago.
Right.
And nobody showed up. Or
Yeah.
there's a rally where only one vendor was there, something like that. So it's waning.
But where are they going to go? I mean, if they secede from the United States, will they go back to Mexico where they came from? I mean, really?
Well, they won't get any support. The state won't get any money from the government anymore. But as far as succeeding, that story has been played out, and that story book has been closed. So
Yeah.
we have something else coming in here. I don't know what it is. Texas is, gerrymandering.
That's a lot. There are so many good people in Texas. I know so many good people there. I actually went to half of 5th grade and all of 6th grade there. But, and I cannot believe that everybody feels the same way, that the ones who are the most vocal are, you know?
Right.
High
The
C
ones that are
state.
most, the gerrymandering is part of how to stay in power. But I
Yeah.
got to tell you, if I don't think, I might be wrong, and if you know better, please tell me. But I don't think the gerrymandering is so bad that if every Democrat voted, they wouldn't get a Democrat in.
Right.
So I'm
Right.
not sure. I think it's been challenged also, the gerrymandering.
Yeah.
There's
And they used
some
to
good
be a
people in
Democratic
every,
state, you know?
say that again.
They used to be a Democratic state before George
Oh, I
W.
didn't know
Bush.
that.
Oh, yeah.
How long ago? Who was in office?
It was Ann. Oh gosh, Ann Richards. She was great. Oh my gosh, loved her. Ann
And
Richards.
Richard
She was the
was the
governor.
governor?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I think there's
Yeah.
going to be a lot of states turning blue, just quite frankly. So,
Well,
and
we
go
just
ahead.
need to stand up. We need to stand up for ourselves and do what we know is true for us and not let ourselves be bullied.
So
That's,
I have some
it's
news for
time to stop
everyone.
being bullied. Okay, so
I
should we
just
do another card?
I just did a reading for all of us.
Okay, good.
And so this excuse me, the 9 of Wands message is don't give up, success is right around the corner. The next one is the 3 of Pentacles. We're all doing our own good work, but it's a 3. So it's just that chop wood, carry water. Don't lose hope. Just chop wood, carry water. And then I have the ace. Wait a minute. This is the 3. I have the ace coming out, which means a new beginning. I don't know what this one means. It might be just a placeholder, the reverse Queen of Cups. I don't know who might that belong to, so I'm not going to waste time on it. But I do have a success card, the 9 of Pentacles, coming up for us. And in the 4 corners of my question, is democracy, not just us as liberals, but democracy.
Mm-hmm.
And I have the Ace of Cups, which is a new beginning, something we can really stand behind and not be embarrassed about. That, and then the 10 of Cups, which is having comfort and joy in all aspects of our lives. So it seems like Spirit wants to tell us everything's going to be just fine, and that's a little backup. That's a backup singer. The cards are a backup singer. New beginnings and success.
Yay, Jennifer.
Yay, Jennifer.
I love it. And I got lapis, which is the 6th chakra, visionary, but also lapis is really about identity, knowing yourself. And I actually spoke to the different gemstones for this gemstone card deck, and sometimes the way they talk to me about what they do is better than what I could say. So I'm going to read it to you.
Oh, good.
We provide meaning and purpose for life, unleashing you from the invisible bonds that keep you from being you. Use us to have clear vision, know your identity, and walk your path. We help to ground you with the strength and courage to be yourself and speak your truth. Don't settle. Discover your independence and be your own person. We anchor you into the realm of destiny. Own who you are, ask for what you want, and you can create it. That's lapis. Isn't that incredible? And then I also got citrine, which is one of my favorites because citrine represents the 3rd chakra, which is your personal will, gives you the ability to stand up and after you've been knocked down. And citrine is like the sun in a stone. So you know how the sun shows up, helps you to show up and shine. We radiate the energy of the sun, giving you the confidence to say, here I am. We beam your essence to the world and infuse you with vibrancy and enthusiasm for life. Use us to energize, revitalize, and express your identity to the world. Now is your time to show up and shine. So that's really true for all of us. Know who you are, be yourself, show up and shine. And the last one is, hang on a second. Trying to find the one. Yeah. So gemstone drink is like a party in a pitcher. It means to have more fun, mix things up and have more fun. And there's all the different gemstones in this drink, non-alcoholic.
That's kind of neat. Yeah, the energy of the stones. I have a lot of these stone chips, but they're polished, for like for beading and things like that. And I could put that in a drink and center on that, energizing us. It's good for a ritual.
It works. It works so well.
It does. It does. Yes, indeed.
I'm putting my website again up here for they're asking.
Okay. And Seascape, we need to show up for ourselves, be our own cheerleaders. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Anybody that you want us to check?
Anybody that is coming to mind from anybody who's here in the chat that you want us to look into?
Yeah.
Quite frankly, I haven't turned on the news for a little while, so I'm not sure.
Here we go. Russia is threatening to use nuclear. Oh, good. Hey, Sarah's here. Hi, Sarah. I did a reading for the election.
Sarah.
Oh, cool.
You did a reading for the election.
Putin's threatening to do a nuclear war with us. Hey, Melba.
So if you want to, Sarah, here is the link for our show. If you're on Chrome, pop in and tell us what you're reading.
Yeah,
the election did.
Come on in and tell us. Sarah's one of my people. Mm-hmm. She has learned Reiki. She's done my Heal the Healer program. She's done my Reiki Mastery program. Everything I have taught, Sarah has done. And she is like, we're connected at the hip. People see us together and they think that we're related.
Yeah, she blessed me with membership, the Learn Tarot and Numbers Together. And I appreciate that very much. So if you're interested, you can click on StreamYard link in the chat to bring you in and we can hear about your reading.
Sarah, come in. I want to hear about
if you don't feel like, if you don't have your game face on or you're feeling weird about it, you can just go ahead and type in the chat what happened. What was the reading outcome?
Tell us what you got.
We're all ready for that. And here is our friend Melba. She's another Canadian.
Hey.
Synergy Healing.
Hey. Yeah.
Hey.
We're really international now, huh?
I know, international. International. So I'm going to find that video of Vincent Tolman. I interviewed him on my link.
Oh, right.
Near-death experience. He's the one that was dead for an hour and he was in a body bag.
Whoa.
For an hour.
And then what did he wake up in the body bag? And
we've got Sarah here. Let's I'll tell you more.
Good. Okay.
Hi, Sarah. It's good to see you.
Hi.
So you did a reading about the election.
Let's hear about it.
She's checking her sound. Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Yes, I
love that grand piano in your place.
Dun, 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 dun.
This is not my house.
I know. She went into the neighbor's house to be here.
I was just there a couple weeks ago.
I love it. So, are you getting feedback?
Are you trying to find it?
Okay, I think. Can you guys
See,
hear me?
Yes, we can hear you
Excellent.
now.
Okay. Yeah, I was getting some weird feedback.
Okay, let's hear it.
So I just sitting here listening to you guys, and I was like, I'm just gonna see how the elections go.
Good. Good. Oh, I hear the echo.
Yeah.
How do I stop that?
I don't know.
So what you can do is sometimes when your speaker is really close to your mic, it'll do a feedback thing. Did you come in on Chrome as your browser? That'd be fine then. If you feel like it's bugging you and you want to sign out and come back in again, we could do that.
Yeah, let me try that.
Okay.
Okay, we'll see in a minute.
So I'll talk about Vincent, the body bag man. So
yes, what happened?
His incident when he died was in a cafe and pronounced dead and in a body bag. And there was a newbie in the ambulance. There was a newbie freshman EMT that sat with the body.
That was in the
and
body bag?
Two veterans in front. And Vincent was above his body looking onto himself.
Oh my gosh.
And what he heard and felt, this sense of zapping, and it hit the boy, the young EMT. And he unzipped the bag quietly and checked for a pulse after that zap. And then it zapped again. And so he unzipped more. Well, the two guys driving said, "Stop, you're breaking protocol. That is doing something to a corpse." And they said, "Stop it, zip him up, blah, blah, blah." Well, he went ahead and went forward with it and got one pulse. And as soon as they all heard the pulse, because it was on a machine, I guess they just turned into, they were right at the hospital and and he was in a coma for 3 days. But
wow.
I did ask him, did the young man that was a freshman EMT after that experience become like a believer, or did he see it as something big? He goes, no, he didn't.
Really?
Even though Vince told him that he heard it, he saw it, him understanding it, it was really freaking out. Really freaking out.
I'm getting chills while you talk about that. Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's just amazing. I love that.
It really is.
Yes. That is so true. He listened to the voice. Yeah, it was more of a shock thing like that, he said. But I have his story I did it a long time ago when I was a newbie here, but it was a fascinating story. Here's Sarah again. Let's see if hello, Sarah.
Yay.
Hi.
Oh, you got a headset on.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now you look like a pro. Denise is here as well. Are you able to see us and hear us? She's trying. This is fun because, we better get this down because, Sarah, you're going to be coming on.
Yeah. Hi, Denise.
Denise hi from Mount Shasta.
Mm-hmm.
What about maybe taking away your background? If you don't want that, you could stop your camera and we can hear you. Maybe that'll help.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
No,
we
that's
hear
okay.
You fine.
That's fine. Yeah. Just don't touch
you don't hear an echo.
Don't touch the microphone. Hey, Gina Maria.
Gina Maria.
Yay. Everybody's showing up. This is great.
Yeah. Yes. After the show, would you mind putting in a comment, even if it's just a few emojis? All of that helps me. And remember, whenever I say or anybody here says subscribe, then there's a little light show that happens on the button.
Yeah, please subscribe to my channel too, at
Yes,
Linda
please.
Bertaut. I am just
We've
a
got the
baby
link here.
newbie. I'll put it on here at.
Oh, yes.
Please. I need
Well,
help.
I'm kind of curious about.
Where'd she go?
About her. She left. She's not doing anything good with her sound, or the sound is not doing anything good. It's not
just a
working
delay.
here. That's fine. You know what? There's a 3-second delay. Okay. So Sarah, you could type in our messages. What was the outcome of your card reading for the election?
For the election, yeah.
So we're waiting for that. I feel it's probably quite good. The reason I brought up Vincent Tolman is because on the one video I'm going to share from another person's channel, he says, I'll put the timestamp on it too. He says good things. He says the kind of things that make me happy and confident. So has anybody else done tarot, and what cards did you get? Or do you have a feeling, because you can also be in the eighth dimension, which would be epiphanies. You can have, because we all use different ways to get into the room of knowing. So Linda uses her method of through the chakras. That gets her into that room of epiphanies. The stream of consciousness. I use tarot and numbers, and everyone has their own thing. You could use anything that gets you into that room of knowing. It could be anything. Go ahead.
But I have to say, Deborah, you were also very psychic. You guys, if you have not had a reading from Deborah, you have got to get one.
Oh, thank you.
She's done so much for me already. And then when I lost a good friend of 40 years, Deborah was the one who really helped to calm my heart and she communicated with me through Deborah.
Oh,
and it was incredible. So please,
thank you for that,
Deborah. She's
so
fabulous.
That's so sweet. Thank you so much for that shout out. I appreciate that so much.
Well, do they have your link to sign up for a reading with you?
Yeah, it's just my name at Yahoo. Oh, sorry, @.com. So it's Deborah. Let's see. It's in my banner. But yeah, it's thank you for that. I really do appreciate it. I can't find the banner just yet, and I also have my training session. I'll just go jump in and take advantage of this moment to say I do have my training session for it on sale for $44. It goes through all of tarot the way I learned it through all the readings I've done. So it's a little bit different slant.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Gina Maria. Thank you, Denise. Yeah. And then, okay. So now let's go back to the cards that Sarah got. Yeah, Sarah did a reading for me yesterday that was really fabulous too.
She is good.
And so she let me know that I need to quit doing what I was doing before. And I even got the death card. So it's like, okay.
Oh, yeah. It's a soft card. Everyone thinks it's a very soft card.
It was so appropriate though. And then I'm here with you today doing what I really want to do.
Jibber jabber online. I love that.
With all these wonderful people.
So wait a minute, we've got a hit here with Linda.
Okay.
Everything for me, cards, pendulum, dreams, and just knowing tells me October 45 will be gone somewhere, not president for sure. Biden, if there is a question, that I agree with you. I say Yeah, I say that too, where it's just, I feel it. I do freak out because 2016, I couldn't, I
Oh, you
felt it
never
too,
saw it.
but I felt it with
Never.
tremors. I felt it with, and I was hungry. I would go online and just look for someone who says he's not going to win, but he won. And yeah, it's kind
That
of
was
weird.
the second worst day of my life. That day that he got elected was the second worst day after
I,
finding out about my mom taking her own life. So
uh-huh,
you can imagine how devastating that was.
it was
That's how bad
definitely.
it was to find out he became president. Now, Sarah, are you going to tell us what those cards mean to you?
We're waiting.
We're waiting.
We're right at 1 hour.
Yes.
I don't want to make this too long. Well, if she's not there, we're going to have Sarah back. We're going to go
Yes.
behind the scenes when we're not live and fix her audio, and then invite her back in. I
Yeah.
appreciate everybody showing up. Oh my God, this has
This
been
was
so.
fun.
Her computer crashed. Aha. Her
Oh,
computer got nervous.
no. Wow.
But that's okay, Sarah, because we'll have you back, and we'll start figuring out the cards like that. So, and everyone, practice your tarot. Tell me what your hits are, and come back again. We haven't rescheduled yet, but we will. And I want to
Did
wish
you
you
guys like this? Did you like it? Can I tell
Yeah.
you real quick about my special for my reading?
Go ahead.
So I'm offering 50% off of my chakra psychic reading, and that includes a chakra reading, gemstone card reading, a healing, and just whatever whatever comes up for us that's going to help you to feel better about yourself. So I did
you
have
put it on
a link
special?
for that. Hang on a second. Let me find the link again. I'm sorry.
That's
And
okay.
then I would love to do readings. I love doing readings for people. Okay, let me get the link again right here.
Yeah.
And I'll put it. Whoops, where'd it go? Right here. So if you want 50% off, which means it's $250 minus half, it's only $125 for a 60-minute reading.
It's a wonderful, enlightening reading for sure.
Yeah,
It's
you get a lot.
It's nothing you've ever had before.
No,
Definitely.
I am different. I am different.
I'm so glad you came on. It was such a pleasure.
This was so
having you
much
today.
fun. Thank
We're
you,
going to do it again
Deborah.
for sure.
I love
And
you.
watch the community page, watch the upcoming events, and we'll have Linda back on. I love you all. Have a wonderful day.
Okay.
You're always
Bye,
the best.
everybody.
Love you. I really
Fun.
appreciate you.